lower bracket round 2, which means the winner is in the top... Is it top 4? No, right? It's not top 4.
No. I think it's like top 6 then.
Yeah, exactly. So...
And then you narrow it down to the top 4 afterwards.
So this means the winner is not automatically qualified, but one step closer to the edge.
Mountain King first uses the first bolt to get rid of the Acolyte, and the DK was going to go for the High Priest creep with like 2 skeletons, and now he decides to change his plans as he saw the Mountain King that used a second bolt already, so he's using them quite early here, pulling 3 ghouls as he's not taking to tier 2 yet, and he's staying on ghouls, he's not even going for fiends.
Alright, this we saw this a little more often from humans now, from undeads now on Last Refuge. 1-0 started it, I guess, on AZ. Now people are doing it on Last Refuge as well, a little anti-opening. As he knows, TH is going for the expansion immediately. This is so much pressure, and he's killing quite a bit of peasants.
Yeah, and he hasn't used too many cards yet. Only one to start the regeneration kicking in, and he's going to keep that ghoul alive, most likely, if he's not surrounded. Nope, he's not. So he's going to get them out. There's no more bolt to kill anything here, but he's level 2 with the bash. First, great harass, killed a lot of peasants here. He's down to enough resources to build that expansion, but that is just like pretty damn close, resource-wise.
Plus, the Mountain King uses a lot of Stormbolt, so the next defense is gonna be harder. Only 1 Stormbolt available, no Brilliance Aura, no Water Elementals to defend this. Water Elementals would of course be great against ghouls, but no. And the expansion didn't even start. Wow, this is horrible to watch.
He cannot start it, because look at the amount of ghouls that are streaming into that expansion. There's no way that he can deal with that. There is going to be a surround on the Mountain King, which is bad news. The surround on the DK is not going to do the trick, as the Mountain King needs to town portal earlier, and the DK will stay alive. Doesn't even have to like be like over, like putting out the anxiety here, but yeah. Replenishment potion now, great, but still that is delaying the expansion even further.
And the regen potion is not that great, I feel. Like, it's nice to get some regen for mana and health, but it's not that much. I think sometimes people overestimate it.
Oh man, and now it's
nice cancel! Ho ho!
Pretty good, man. Sending that skeleton, he knew that he would probably go for the shop and buy some stuff. Anticipated that one really well. Expecting the DK to come there. He could staff once the DK goes for the U-turn. But he's not even going for that. He's probably going to sacrifice himself into these creeps.
He's still level 1, so could be a good sacrifice, as he doesn't have aura or healing currently.
TH is in so much trouble, man.
Gets a ghoul here. That is level 2.5 for him. And he does have a staff. He does not send anything to the undead's base. Their attack, yes, it almost finished, so we might wait for the tier 3 tech to start this harass to buy some time.
Yeah, no first hit bash. That should probably result in another kill here on one of the ghouls.
Boom. Good leveling, but the crucial part is the expansion. We are 5 minutes 30 into the game, and he just starts to build it with 2 peasants.
Oh, he could probably die, even if he steps out right now. Yeah, that was way too late. That was so bad, man. And so well done by WFZ. I think TH wasn't watching for a second, and that was just that tiny second. He needed to staff out even before the surround closes to make it out of there, and he doesn't have a shop, so there was no chance of regenerating. He sends the footman back to the middle to buy him back at the tavern, but a Mountain King without mana and at 50% of HP, that's basically a bigger footman.
And there's still a good amount of ghouls to surround him even more, and now he's trying to break this expansion for the 3rd time. The first 2 times went almost perfect, killing 1 more peasant, killing the 2nd peasant over there. Definitely no Klaus in this economy.
Dude, this is all Hermann.
It's my middle name, and bash! And he gets the kill!
Shit, man, why would you let your DK die?
If there's an opportunity for TH, then it's definitely this. And now the guard towers are up. Can't do anything against these ghouls anymore. Stops the attack to get the... Oh, actually doesn't get the experience here. But he is level 3.
Chinese version of Warcraft.
What the hell?
This is like another brother of Chishi and Fly. Do they have like more siblings?
Big family.
Also, that that Belgium cycle there, trying to get that ghoul out. You dead, mate?
Ah, one more hit.
Maybe just hiding for sneaky Nova. One is going to die either way. Is he not going to use a bolt? Does he want to kill an Acolyte here? Yes, he does, man.
Insta-gip!
Hi.
Yeah, with the staff, this time he can easily get out. DK is far away, no aura. There's boots on the Mountain King.
He's going to use a second Acolyte.
This is a little sloppy.
Oh, man.
So much pressure in those TH games.
Yeah. Like, TH just, when he knows that he can get away with a lot of aggression, he's definitely trying to pull it to the maximum. A third Acolyte is going to die. I'm not sure if that is like... I don't know, man. That is just not normal, I feel. That's just a big slump here. Oh, almost losing that hero again.
He lost quite a few footmen. So... there's still no fiends. So they're not that important. No shop though. And this buys time for WFZ again. This game is like a pendulum swinging back and forth and back and forth.
Okay, TH, to summarize everything that's happening, he is tier 1, just started tier 2. He got 1 guard tower in the main base. Masonry upgrade is coming, 2 guard towers at the expansion. No shop yet, but soon. And he got both heroes back on WFZ side. The first statue, we do see the destroyer upgrade. He's on 1 slaughterhouse. He lost a lot of acolytes and a lot of like mining time, so to say, to get enough lumber for like a second slaughterhouse on the ghouls because he was busy attacking. So that leaves us at a game that is open for both players to take, and everybody did his fair amount of shishi moments.
Throw Shishi, we know him. Level 3 on the DK, now level 2 on the Lich. Some of agility for a little more attack speed. Uses on the DK, I don't know, not ideal, but whatever. Invo potion as well, as he's scared of more hero focuses. And let's compare the gold mine. 7,700 here, 7,200. 500 gold advantage for the human, who's going for a blacksmith now. So, the question now is, what does TH build? Is it gonna be Dragonhawks? Is it gonna be tanks or whatever? Is it gonna be breakers or knights? So many options for him now.
He gets a fairly early blacksmith, maybe just to have something there in the way and wall off his expansion sooner or later. Against destroyer pushes, that's really important. He gets a mana stone, which is always a great item for the undead, sends out the destroyer that can just, he just eats footmen for breakfast and dinner sometimes.
There we go. There's no water elemental for additional mana for him though, and of course HP. But he gets the kill nevertheless.
Yeah, and you can see WFZ knows the moment he leaves that base, that means his acolytes are going to a really dark place. And Meatwagon, first Meatwagon is coming.
Ooh, interesting.
So forcing a lot of towers with like showing a destroyer fairly early. Now getting that Zeppelin for the Meatwagon to keep him alive. And yeah, he forced TH into believing, oh man, there are destroyers coming, I need a lot of towers to defend. And there's the trick. Meatwagons, they do not care about towers. They are just going to eat your town hall sooner or later.
True that. 2 towers in the base, he's building more, but he's building them at both places. It's super expensive. DK and the destroyers stay home to defend this against the Mountain King. And Lich is leveling up. This is level 3 for him, I feel. And the Zeppelin. Zeppelin for an undead, really rare to see that. But so much value in this. There's no anti-air without water elementals.
Yeah, there's nothing that he can do. He never opened up the possibility to get like mercenaries to slow and berserker and so on. So the only thing that he can do is like try to get a hit or 2 on the Meatwagon whenever he can.
It's gonna be hard. Destroyer follows the Mountain King and the siege begins. At the moment it's only 1 wagon. Few shots on the Lich, which will help. No fiends in this army.
Oh man, pretty well designed here. The debate is real. Dude, really well done. We see the first Avery coming up, but 1 Avery is not going to change the game. And the Archenbolt is dying, which means no Hawks.
And no breakers if he wanted to go that way. Ocean on the Mountain King being used. Is there another coil? Yes, there is, but Stormbolt saves him here.
That repair is going to eat so much lumber, so much resources.
You see it here already, 1,100 gold, 10 lumber. And he can't repair it anymore.
Yeah. That's the even bigger problem. Nova is hitting them. There you go. He's going to lose more and more workers over the course of the game. Frost armor was needed to keep the Meatworkings a little bit more healthy here against the bashes from the Mountain King. He's now getting Fiends with web upgrade already researched. He got a Rifleman, and you can see that is calling and screaming for emergency plan. Like getting a few Riflemen.
Siphon Mana is one of the plan here, but he needs level 2 for Banished Bolt combo. That can definitely save his ass there.
Oh, man. Look at the one Meatwagon shooting at the base, or actually both of the Meatwagons have the ground attack, so the peasants over time they're going to die. That ghoul is not dying. Riflemen are a horrible choice, but the only unit that he can really build expect for Footmen. He's not getting Dragonhawks because he doesn't have the lumber to support that production. Oh, TH is trying to stop the inevitable, as it seems. Healing Scroll being used to heal up again, draining the mana from the DK, but he looks so full.
Oh, silence, and Blood Mage dies. I'm really impressed with WFZ, how well he plays this.
Debated!
Exactly, man. Just tricking him into believing that it's a destroyer push, and then coming out with 2 meat wagons. Still Rifleman. Blood Mage is coming back. Now we see the first Dragonhawks.
Okay, is he going to kill him? Does he have Nova? Yes! Coil, there you go. Invo Potion too late to dodge the damage. I don't think that he's going to get away with that.
No, Destroyer can follow him until the end of days. Actually he doesn't. With the boots. Alright. He gets more experience from this level 4 on the DK. Yeah, gets it. Oh, actually not.
Expansion really low already, as you can see it right now. Meatwang's still hitting it. Now the Dragonhawk and 1 Rifleman trying to win that game.
It's hard. It's so hard. Especially the Lich. There's not too much anti-air. So if he can mass on air units, then there's definitely a chance. I'm not going for the
biggest problem here for TH is to get an army that can compete with his opponent, and now Abominations are joining the mix. Even if he kills the Meatwagons now, it's not the end of the story, because the army looks so damn strong here from TH. Killing 1 Meatwagon is going for the second one. The Blood Mage needs to reposition himself and needs to be careful now. The Mountain King is the target again. Potion being used. That one is going to bite the dust in a second as the coil is now flying next to his head. There you go. Mountain King says bye-bye, and so is the Blood Mage in a few more seconds. Boo-boo!
Avada Kedavra from WFZ twice in a row. Double kill, and how are you supposed to defend this without your heroes? Does he have the goal to get him from the tavern? No, not at all. He has to wait a long time. Of course, it does take some time to break this town hall now, as there are no wagons anymore. Or does he get reinforcements? Doesn't look like it at this point.
Fought back the Mountain King. Blood Mage is being revived. Right. He's not giving up yet.
Blood Mage is only level 1. Still no banish. It's not waiting for him. Ringer protection. Meh. Bridge. Just right click so much. Level up for the Dark Ranger. That means Black Arrow. Means a little lunch for the Lich once he's level 4.
Yeah, he's just slowly picking the town hall apart. And he got all the time in the world. He's getting another Meatwagon though. Second one in production. Goblin Zeppelin picks him up to speed up his journey a little bit. What a nice transportation.
Yeah, he thinks about a lot of small stuff. And once again, a lot of this game came down to the decision of going ghouls first. TH, with this super aggressive expansion play, did not think about it or did not calculate this in. That could be a ghoul opening.
Oh, jump
Zapper! But where? He's defending it! He
knows!
Actually, one of them is dead. The second one is exploding. Takes a cigarette with them. But he's not really supply stuck here. And how well can he trade? His keep is down. Or his town hall is gone. And there was a big investment for these 2 zappers. Only one of them exploded. Town portal now. Must be super aggressive. Oh, actually it's not. Oh, Mountain King. No, the staff is too late.
To die, man. He's so... Oh, what the hell?
No way he survived this.
He didn't attack with the full force, so yeah, maybe he thought his opponent is going to tap out anyhow.
50 HP, no shot.
W of that.
A player's forces are under attack.
Good amount of gold remaining for TH, and he rebuilds Hit. Oh, claws of attack +6 for the Lich. That's super nice. And what can TH do now in this position? It's going to tier 3.
4 and 2. The Dragonhawk with the like high ground vision sees all the movements.
He's like tier 3. What's he going to do with the tier 3? Of course, Paladin.
Griffins, of course.
Griffins, Knights, but can he afford? I mean, the expansion is back up. He can't afford it then.
He needs to buy so much time.
Yeah.
He's getting a Town Hall for now, and he knows that he needs to go from one spot to another, but he doesn't want to cross ways with the undead.
Hero levels are so good. Level 4 now. Hide him.
Look at this WFZ tracks him down with the one skeleton following the army now. He sees where the human player is going.
He's attacking with meat wagons again, thanks to the Zeppelin.
And the Mountain King cannot join forces with his army yet, because the Staff of Teleportation is on cooldown. Blood Mage doesn't have a Town Hall, picks up a Zeppelin and another Zepper.
Yeah, number 3 here.
That's so costly, man.
And again, it's being destroyed without exploding at all. Oh, this is so bad. This is really bad. Mountain King in trouble. There's a Town Hall. I mean, he has to use it soon. Can he get the Blood Mage coil? And the Zeppelin. Holy shit.
Delivery. There you go.
Yes.
Upcoming FedEx worker detected. Oh, man. But still, that is just costly at this point. It's just costly. Of course, he's on 2 gold mines, but he needed to invest another, I don't know, 600 gold to get the expansion up again. Now he's repairing it with 2 masonry upgrades, 3rd one coming. But it's still, it costs you so many resources. Hawk dies finally, so no more vision.
And now we have this nice synergy of Dark Ritual and Skeletons, which means almost infinite mana for the Lich. Didn't use the Black Arrow on this one though. But he has full mana.
That Town Hall is being wrecked down.
Yeah, for the second time it is. Wagons are way too well protected to join this. And he has to play this one base. Infi beat 1201 base on Chart Rock, but that I think was a once in a lifetime thing. All the peasants wrecked, and the Town Hall is gone again.
Yeah, and if you are not winning it against an undead with 1 unit, it's a rifleman. Like, there are many strategies designed to kill undead players, but I think Mr. Winner could tell us more about it. Riflemans are just not working.
I think it's too late for the tower rush now, though. And he gets rid of the shop again. Achilles heel of this attack. Yeah. I mean, Nova, Abomination. It's just Rifleman.
Stinkewolke.
Where's the coil, though? Oh, there's one. He loses the Abomination, nevertheless. But this Blood Mage doesn't look good for him. Siphon Mana actually gets rid of it. No spell to be used.
Oh, nice. He's blocking the way with the drop.
Oh, everything is low.
For the
Level 5. Kills one of them. And crash and burn. The first Griffin is out, but immediately wept. Even Call to Arms can't help anymore. Paladin being Nova, there's no Divine Shield, there's nothing to save him. Pally down, level 3 on the Dark Ranger, and he picks up 1 unit after another. WFZ has this one map absolutely safe. At this point, it's just how long can he survive? No block coming in, Stormbolt again. This is so much experience that he got here. Not rebuilding the expo.
Statue is still feeling dizzy from falling from the sky.
Yeah, that must hurt. But he gets the revenge on the Zeppelin here. With the new Abomination, you should be able to tear down this altar. It's gonna be close though.
Once again, you gotta believe, man. You gotta believe that you can still turn this game around.
Nope!
As I said this.
He's not a believer.
A believer.
And 1-0.
Oh, Moon against Focus is also up right now.
Well, I think we finish this series and then swap over or try to swap over to the other one.
I think Human Undead goes way too long. It's probably...
Well, now we started it. Now we have to finish it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Focus is 1-0 up.
Nice.
And actually, the winners of this round are qualified.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, then it's top 4, right.
Yeah, then it's top 4.
6 right now.
Yeah. So Focus and WFZ 1 map away from Shanghai.
Very nice. It's a full paid trip, right?
Yeah, of course. And I think it's a little money involved as well in the qualifiers, but I don't know how much.
Yeah, but it's more about the grand final. People want to see who is the best player in the world, determined by the outcome of that tournament.
And again, Focus doing well in online tournaments and against Koreans, doing bad offline and against Chinese. It's,
is that the rule of thumb?
That's the rule of thumb.
Okay.
And it actually works every time.
Focus is really strong, but I think you can... I think he's strong against stuff he knows. Like and he knows all the Koreans, they play against each other so many times. Yeah. But if he meets the Chinese offline, he doesn't feel like... I don't think that anxiety is the problem or anything like that. It's more like the overall game plan that he has.
Yeah, that's true. We talked about him and he says, yeah, when I play cups, everybody is playing fairly standard because you don't have time to prepare for your opponent. But he's set for the standard stuff. But in offline tournaments and big tournaments, you have time to prepare for your opponent. You did it with Hawk, Yumiko, and your gang at WCA. Foggy did it with Hawk and Orc Worker at GCS. So figuring out tactics and timings against the specific play style of your opponent, that's where Focus... Maybe he's too lazy to do that. Maybe he's not that good at all.
I don't think it's lazy. It's just like... He has been there for like, I don't know, 10 years or so.
Yeah. Even more.
I don't know that if it's lazy. I think it's more of like... Some people like to be stubborn. And not to put this in a silly way, but I think he's one of the guys that's just like too stubborn to figure out a path or figure out the pattern to get out of there.
Well, he tried a lot against Human though, with
oh man, he tried everything. He tried shamans, walkers,
Wyvern,
Naga. He tried it all, like, and he kept trying. And this is what I mean. This is like, on the one hand, you appreciate these things, and on the other hand, it feels stubborn because it's not thought till the end. It's thought like 10 or 7 or 5 or I don't know.
Yeah.
And then his game plan crumbles. But yeah, you can trick him. You can just trick him like every other guy. And this is why European players tend to do so good, and also the Chinese players tend to do so good. And you can see it every time there's an offline tournament. I feel the overall level of gameplay decreases. Like most of the time you don't have these crazy outstanding games in offline tournaments, or the very sick micro games, because everybody's not in his comfort zone. Everybody's playing with a different kind of like equipment and so on. But the cheese level is like really high offline, like the things that stand out more, like a second hero choice or so on.
Yeah, that's also like, if you compare it to Dota, at TI we see so many new hero combinations because you come up with that stuff just for this tournament because the others are not prepared for it.
Yeah, that's more important. That's actually more important than playing the best standard game that you have.
Yeah, I do agree. So,
by the way, if we jump into the game, the best juice is definitely Albi. Dude, man.
That's true. Albi is the best juice. No doubt about that. So, map number 2. WFZ leads 1-0. And is this working? Yes, it is. So, we go into map 2. And if WFZ wins this, he will go to GCS.
Would you like to have an undead player there?
Yeah, 1-0 is of course already qualified, as he is the winner of last time. Same for Infi as the runner-up. So 2 undeads would be nice, and then of course my big hope is still for Lucifer to finally make it again. As I really want to know this, to get to know this guy. I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with him.
Yeah, like all of these guys, or most of these guys, are really fun offline.
Yeah.
Some more than others, but that's always the case in life, right?
Who was your favorite Asian player to hang out with?
My like offline buddy?
Yeah.
Favorite Asian offline buddy? Wow. Tough question, man.
It is.
I really need to recall. I think we haven't spent too much time, or I haven't spent too much time in 2015 with any of them, because we were more of a European gang.
Yeah.
Tough. I think Reprisal was pretty damn cool, but I don't really know him.
Alright, then we go into the game. WFZ versus TH on Echo Isles, of course, a very good human map. As you can see, again, TH expanding very, very fast. And this time, it's a Fiend build. No ghoul aggression. Of course, the main base of the Undead is so far away from the expanding place of the Human. So pressuring this is a lot harder. Yeah. Level 3, easy to take. And this time, TH decides to go for an Archmage.
But yeah, ghouls are pretty good against Mountain King, but Fiends are way better against the Archmage. So perfect choice. Once again, a really solid opening. Let's see how this unfolds. He kills 1, but loses a lot of skeletons, which means level 2 for the Archmage kills 2 workers overall, I feel. A third one is probably going to die.
But no experience.
Now, oh, wow. Both denied.
Yeah. Really well done.
That is outstanding.
So 1 level ahead, and I think he can build this without too much pressure now. Can go for the Murlocs to hope for a ton of experience, get level 3. Snack a few skeletons here and there. Oh.
By the way, we have Cal Venom saying in chat, good job back to Warcraft at not showing Moon games. Won't be watching this shit again. Thank you very much. Finally, we have a few voices from the audience. Thank you. And
I did 2 straw polls for those games. And yeah. I mean,
I think it's okay. Everybody that is not that is a non-subscriber to this channel, you need to take choices in life, and not subscribing to this channel is definitely a bad choice.
That's true, and you can see the games at Hi to Chaco at Twitch, so they are shown. Just your choice to go there. So he gets a good amount of hits on the DK, and he has to retreat soon. So this early game for TH, I think, is very good.
Yeah, also the overall control, he's probably going to lose 1 or 2 more workers, but the DK retreating already as he's super low. Fiend is trying to poke here a little bit, maybe at the tower, because he deals a lot of damage to the tower when it's like upgrading. Hopefully not going to counter that one, that would be a disaster. Now repairing it and the tower finishes. But this is going to kill 1 more worker. He puts him in the mine, but he's not going to kill it. Nice, well done by TH.
Potentially a Klaus. We have to watch him. Yeah, now the tower is up, the skeletons don't do anything anymore, the Rod of Necromancy is empty, WFZ can't do anything anymore. Fiend is already there for creeping, tier 2 is ready, 6 Acolyte is there to build the Slaughterhouse, and then tier 3 will follow up after the Lich is there.
Wow, Moon lost 2-0 to Focus, so congratulations if that's true. Just picked up the information from chat, so thank you very much guys for keeping us updated, and yeah, we are looking for the last sole survivor that is going to join them.
Focus really strong against Night Elf today. 2-0 Lalaye, 2-0 Moon. And again, 2 Koreans, 2 wins.
Damn impressive. So, Archmage almost level 3, Staff of Teleportation as well as the Boots of Speed. That is good. I think he's going for some Harris as soon as he kicks in on that level 3, which he should be doing by going for the green camp down there. They can potentially drop a Tomb of Experience. Lich is coming, tier 3 is coming, and the Slaughterhouse is about to be ready. Tier 2 take just started for the human player. Lumbermill coming, few towers as well as the Arcane Bolt at the expansion. Looks pretty nice here from TH so far.
I totally agree. Tech has started as well. No Tomb of Experience, just the Tomb of Knowledge, but the Murloc gives him level 3 nevertheless. And the big problem for WFZ is that the Death Knight is still super hurt. He has the aura now, but still no statue. This will change, of course, in a bit as the Slaughterhouse is finishing. And he goes double Slaughterhouse. Okay, this almost an all-in Mass Destroyer push then, as he saw, okay, the early game wasn't that great. I need something quick.
I like the response. He's going down there, killing a few footmen, as the Archmage is going for the main base, trying to kill Acolytes. He's splitting his forces in 2 parts. Intercepting with the creeping, loses a little bit, but buys some time to harass the main base. The Acolytes still stay all alive as the statue is healing them up right now. Probably going to lose 1 here, but the tech is 50% done. Still, the Acolyte is alive for now, being healed by the statue. There's the last minute coil. Yeah, the FedEx man, he's doing his job.
And he had a spare one, so he can afford to lose 1 Acolyte. He's still mining with 5. Now it's getting dangerous, as the tech, as he said, only 50%. The footman coming in, and that's the big first kill.
Oh man, that could have been a coil. I think it was ready and he had enough mana. He's going to lose a lot of footmen.
Archmage is, I was just about to say, surrounded by skeletons. He's positioning him there, so he saves the footman. Well done by TH. They could still do damage, but they were safe. And, okay, 2 Acolytes missing. That, oh, they get the 1. There's another one. And that hurt.
Immediate response. Look at this. Many towers have been started in the main base.
Yeah,
and at the expansion.
He saw double slaughterhouse. This has to be the reaction by this. Is it in time though? He needs a lot of time for the destroyer upgrade, and he needs especially lumber.
Yeah. Lumber and the 5th acolyte. That's on his to-do list for today.
Ziggurat is built. He's supply stuck currently. So TH did a oh, the Lich. Who needs a coil against this?
Panda is the second hero from TH, and the gold line difference is 400 gold from the harass. Now the Archmage is back on track to go for some more shenanigans.
Panda second is something we saw on Thursday. We saw Infi versus 120. And Infi was like the first one in a long time to play that Panda. At first I thought, is this really a good choice? But then I saw it working against Fiends and Statues, and especially against the Statues. If you get a few Breath of Fires out, it makes it so much more easy to kill them, as they are a key part in sieging your expansion. And if this Breath of Fire goes hand in hand with a Blizzard transition from TH, this is so much area of effect.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Usually when I played it, it's more of like a cheesy pick that you do because you feel like, oh, that game is already over. It's going in my favor, so let's pull out the cheese. But if that's field proven and they have played it a couple of times, I think there's definitely more to it. And yeah, Breath of Fire can be great against just structures, but also against the ghouls, against the acolyte harass. You can use maybe a sorceress with the upgrade and then cast them both in this. That's a huge investment, but if you pull it off successfully, that can benefit you in many ways. Tier 3 tech, and he's holding on to the amount of towers that he has. He's not over-exaggerating so far, so...
I love how TH is stealing the creep spots from WFZ's side. Level 2.6 Panda, Pendant of Energy. Slow now, thanks to Buddy the Mud Golem. Oh, he kicks in, but can he get this around? Doesn't look like it at the moment. Where's the rest of the army? Far, far away. Another slow, another chance.
Is he letting go of that idea, or is he really heavily committing? He is committing, and he's going to close that one. Wow, he can really surround well, man. Surprisingly.
Yeah, surprisingly that the top human player can surround.
Yeah, that stands out. That separates a good human player from the very best.
So nice of you to say that. Lich is coming in. DK is there as well. No one to the 1 footman, but it's just a little bit more experience. No level 3 on neither of the heroes. Step out with the Archmage again. And he gets Muddy, but he did a good job forcing the town portal. So worth it.
Yeah, Muddy did what he needed to be done. He can now put his face on certain mugs and disappear.
And was denied by the Water Elemental. It's still level 3 though.
Amazing, man. We do see one workshop, and that's pretty much it from the new infrastructure.
Town is under siege.
Warlocks, they have enough. They used to be in Hearthstone decks, now they want to show their faces in Warcraft 2.
And they get killed by towers.
Yeah.
Second workshop, so chance to go tanks, but most likely knights and gyros.
Oh, nice timing here for WFZ. Delaying the workshop, but in the main base we do see the big threat rolling in with the Archmage of the Panda and a few footmen coming along. 2 slaughterhouses producing meatwings.
Okay. So it's not destroyers, but let's see how this works out. Panda closer and closer to 3, has a potion, boot to speed now as well. This shop has no chance at all, and that means no statues.
He cancelled both meatwagons and started them again because he knew when they're finished they're going to die here anyway. I like that, man. That's the tiny things.
Loses a bit of time, but now the destroyer is there, the DK is there, so he can defend a lot better.
One destroyer should not be enough, I feel.
Oh, he has the Panda there too as a threat. So
Takes way too long to get rid of that push. Lose the second acolyte, or was it a third even? No, just the second one. Now with the Spirit Tower finishing, the Archmage is retreating already, and the Lich is taking out the workshop here.
Take some time. Tanks are coming in to buy some more time. Also another meta change for human recently since GCS, I feel. They use tanks a lot more now, again, to buy their time. Which is not styling, but sometimes it's absolutely necessary to do so.
Sometimes it's the only way out. Sometimes you need to play tanks, even if it looks silly for all the games, for all the players watching. But in the end, it's about a tournament where you can win some prize money, and for some players, it's about the only income that they're going to get. Of course, they're putting so much time and effort into this, so you want to use every single tool in the book to make sure to win that game. And tanks still need to be played really well. Like, it's a certain strategy that comes with that. And you still need to execute it near to perfection to make tanks work.
And WFZ killed the second workshop, so he has to rebuild them both. Mass siege damage against the town hall. Can he break this again? That would be so crazy if he turns this around. He was on the backside of things for the entire game. But now here comes another push. With tanks this time.
He needs to kill that expansion ASAP and town portal out, but as long as that expansion is not dying, he's not going to get out of here.
Another Nova, a few more kills. And it's gonna take some time, but during that time, he can do whatever he wants, man. The Panda, this is such a good timing. Level 3, boom! Breath of Fire. I think it was still a level 1 one. Yeah, he didn't skill before the breath.
Yeah. He's going to kill the expansion, but the moment he leaves, I feel he's going to rebuild that one.
Town portal, come on! Yeah, he has 2,300 resources, man. This is sick.
Man, he's not even... Like, it takes so freaking long. The next Breath of Fire is going to say hello!
Ah, doesn't hit that much.
Miss them.
But the tanks...
Man, the gold mine! The gold mine is going down!
Yeah, he can't defend against it. No way! Haunted gold mine dead! And WFZ has only 30 gold remaining. He either sells stuff or gives up on income. Paladin gets away with like 40 HP. Destroyer was not able to kill it. And the shop dies again. The Ziggurat dies again. Oh boy, this is horrible.
Fun times.
If you're a human fan, yes, of course.
Fun times, man. Yeah, this is how you can, like... That's funny about Warcraft. You have like different win conditions. And the most profound win condition is kill the buildings of your opponent and do not even deal with him on the battlefield.
That's what you learn in the campaign. Kill the buildings, win. And that's what TH did. As I said, not shiny, not super cool playstyle, but so effective. And key moment here, defending this expansion so well, surrounding the decay, then delaying everything with great moves. This was the TH that I expected here. So smart, great timings.
Yeah, just really well done after all. Like,
Echo Isles, though, the best human map.
Yeah, for sure. You have to say that as well. Like, Last Refuge is also like pretty solid map for human players. If you have a good early game, he was not really blessed with that. So this is where he took a lesson from WFZ, being tricked and debated into that Meatwagon kind of style. We saw it in game 2 as well. He wanted to trick him into build a lot of towers, and then I'm going to surprise you with Meatwagons again. Yeah. But the early game looked way different. So that didn't really work.
So I wonder what's left in the pool. Of course, we don't know the vetoes here as we are not in contact with the admins, unfortunately. On paper, we could go for Amazonia. Twisted. Ancient Isles, I think, is vetoed. Or Terraner Stand.
I think the... you have 2 vetoes, right?
Yeah. So the vetoes should be TS for WFZ and maybe Twisted? Depends.
Maybe Twisted, because maybe you don't want to have long games against TH. Yeah. There are some macro player that's like... Against some players, you're like, okay, I'm going to take a long macro game against you because I know that I'm going to beat you easily in a long game. But I don't think that this is the right place to play against TH because he's just like tanking you at some point, going to create like multiple expansions. You don't want that.
So most likely Amazonia. There is a chance for Turtle Rock. Depends.
But Amazonia used to be pretty good for Human too, right? A lot of Undead players hated that map.
I think it's actually the other way around. Like when we saw the Undeads ascending in the scene, that Amazonia was one of the first maps together with Last Refuge where breaking the expansion really worked. Because it's so small, so the push hits faster and therefore harder.
But you still have the laboratory next to your main base, which is always a threat, right?
Yeah, it's true. It's definitely hard. I think TH should veto Turtle Rock and go for Amazonia, but maybe he likes it and picks it over that.
But I think I've seen a few WFZ games being played on Twisted, so Don't know.
Everything is
going
possible.
with that. We can only wait and see what game is going to be. 1-1 score. Whoever
It's the
wins.
last game of today coming up, and the winner of that game will qualify for Shanghai alongside Infi 120, Fly, Live, and Focus.
Fly and Life, man.
Yeah, Fly and Live in the fight. I did not expect that. Fly wasn't doing too well recently, especially in NSL and the GCS finals. He played very, very passive, which is not standard for him at all. And he wasn't successful with that at all. So maybe he found his aggressiveness back.
Yeah, true. Igitt eine Frau just subscribed. Thank you very much for that. That is amazing.
Nice.
That is a beautiful name.
Beautiful nickname, exactly. Yeah. So, as you can see in the scrolling text, it's September this month. That means every subscription is 50% off. You can save some money here if you invest into this channel, of course.
If you are not a subscriber to this channel, make sure to change things in your life. It's about time.
Exactly. You can get the replay packs, of course, of this tournament that we are casting here.
Ah, that's pretty good. That's a nice customer service.
Exactly. As replays are pretty rare, you can find some replays on warcraft3.info. Those are mostly NetEase replays provided by Elvenstar. So cool to have him still around in the scene. He was one of the big influencers back when Warcraft was bigger. Ran replayers.
Yeah, he has been a name around for such a long time.
Yeah.
Pretty cool that these guys are still there. Just call me Matt, also subscribe with his Twitch Prime. Welcome to the party.
Yes.
Unlocking all the beautiful emotes.
There's so many Twitch channels out there, and the guys with Prime, they choose us. I think that's really, really nice. Very
I want a sheet on my bed is also a beautiful name. I have to say that at this point. Thank you very much for supporting the journey here. And it's going to be AZ, as you said it and stated it earlier. Amazonia is going to be the last map of today.
It is. And if you were a fan of Warcraft in 2014 and saw WCA that year, you know that this matchup, and especially between those two players, this will always have a special place in my heart. As back then, Undeads were not winning anything. Humans were dominating, but WFZ showed a way to break human bases on this very map. And it was the map of the tournament back then. So hopefully they can recreate the magic, those two players that you see here at the tail of the tape. Both from China, of course. WFZ on paper, not great against human, not great against TH. But today, on the first map, he played phenomenally well. And is it gonna be Ghoul opening again? No, we see a Graveyard.
Yep, a Graveyard. He's going for Fiends, which is quite common here on that map, because you can expect an Archmage as a first hero, and we are going to see that from TH. Because without that Archmage, it's pretty damn hard to creep the natural expansion. It's not impossible, it just takes you a little longer, because you need to wait for a few more footmen before you can take that. And it's going to be a normal opening. He's not going and rushing things. He's opening up with the Laboratory. Afterwards, he's going for the other level 3 Rogue that is being pulled by the Ecolite right now. So with that, he's going to be level 2. DK is coming with the Rod of Necromancy, preferring a fast tech with an early Nerub Tower. Do not even give your opponent anything, like any weak spots in your defenses. And he's not even going for the Harass, he's going to kill that Forest Troll Berserker.
Yep, one of the things that Undead improved the past 2 years. Creep routes, and especially creeping with skeletons. Normal damage against, as you can see, medium armor works well. Decent item as well, to more strength, more HP, and a bit of intelligence for more coils. That's nice. Can prevent this creeping by the Archmage though. Circlet is super nice, Slippers meh, but level 2, that's the most important part. And now, how well will he be able to creep? We see 3, 4, 5, only 6 militia. That's not too much.
Yeah, that's enough. With like that Water Elemental tanking most of the damage, he gets a second Water Elemental out, he gets quite a few footmen here. And yeah, he's getting to it. The DK is not able to steal any of the golems. So the Rock Golem and the Mud Golems are not... You cannot coil them, so skeletons are attacking the militias. Now that could be a call. He gets that one level 2 for the DK. Well done there. TH wanted to trick him here. Stop the attack for quite some time. The Rock Golem will be the last remaining target. That Footman is going to die. He's below that mark for coil, but he's not using that. He's sending the skeletons after him as the DK needs to retreat from the Archmage hitting him over and over and over again. Kills the rock golem, gets a really good item, which is the potion of invulnerability. I think the only better item that you can get here is the greater healing in the early game.
Yeah. And that's level 3 for the Archmage. Usually you want to deny that and at least force your opponent into taking one more creep spot, which is either this orange camp or the Murlocs in front of your base. But he didn't steal enough. He stole one Trapper, didn't work out, and now he's super low. He did get level 2, which is absolute key. Now he's on the way to tier 3 with the first Fiend out, second in production as well. Halls of the Dead in upgrade mode.
He sold the big Invo potion to get Boot of Speed. I like that, because like once you drop below that Invo potion, it's not bringing you too much to the table.
Yeah, and he's right in his face now again. So I won't give you any time. I know you will be annoying. I know you will be in front of my expansion the entire time. So let's turn things around for once.
Yeah, he needs to be passive until the Lich comes out. He's going to try and creep the laboratory over and over again, but yeah, overall he's standing on that Blight with the Unholy Aura, so the DK is regenerating quite fast. Human player in the meantime is creeping. I think it's close to inevitable to get that like Archmage from level 3. Some things really need to spiral out of control early on to not get the level 3 so fast. But yeah, TH did a great job. Replenishment potion is pretty good here to get some more mana on the Archmage and some more level 2 Ward Elementals. Tier 2 is done, Lich is not started yet. There you go, as I said, and we are going to see a Slaughterhouse soon, probably.
The Skeleton Arrest in the expansion is working really well, killing 2 peasants here. But now the Arcane Tower is up, so this doesn't work anymore. But delayed the mining for quite a bit. 2 Fiends out. Of course, the Arcane Tower doesn't do anything against the Fiends, but Archmage is getting closer and closer to level 4. And the thing that we saw here and on Echo Isles as well is the Archmage going into Blizzard at level 4 to stay back at his expansion, moving forward a little bit, cast Blizzard against the Fiends and statues, and unlucky.
Fiends need to be careful. I think he can still get that one out. Yep, that's Slippy Joe. Ooh, long range call, not going to arrive there in time, losing the skeletons as well. The level 2 Ward Element is doing a great job. The end snare was kind of unlucky, but there was a movement bug or a wrong movement pattern. It was like clicking to the other side, so he lost the Fiend. That could have been saved, and every single Fiend is crucial. Tier 2 tech should be started, Shredder is bought, and this game looks really, really, really well for the human player. You cannot say it enough, I feel.
Yeah, this he seems to be very, very comfortable with everything at the moment. Level 3 tech, no big losses at his expo. Still, he keeps the undead so low in experience, 2.5 only. Now he has to share experience with his Lich, so level 3 is even more delayed. Stepping out now, trying to harass. He's
stepping in even deeper, so that he can get a stand behind that, and he's selling a ziggurat immediately, realizing that he needs to get at the to the back of his base without town portaling to prevent that gold mine from dying. I like the WFZ just on the top of his mind, realizing the threat here and immediately coming with the right response. Some people would have like thought about it. Do I sell? What do I do now? And he's just pulling the trigger right away.
I think it's even more genius of TH to staff there to keep his Archmage safe, and this is so much time. He can't start tier 3 because he doesn't know how many Acolytes he's gonna lose. He's not reproducing them. He's supply stuck at the moment. Lich is trying to get rid of the Archmage, but he's close to level 4. Statue is now there to heal up, but the Defend Footman, so much meat shield there, and to tank damage and soak up damage, and still the Water Elemental is there. It's the last one. But this town portal is so worth it.
And yeah, this is what I said before. You need to be a very savvy dude to realize who you are dealing with and how this guy is going to trick you into his loops, and that you are not falling for it, and that you are not jumping into his loops over and over again. But TH is so good at creating these situations where you need the proper response in like a millisecond, or you are suffering big time.
There's another coil ready. It's enough to kill that footman, and he gets the second one. But now Zeppelin action, Zeppelin saves. Is there Web already? Yes, he's going for it now. But the tech is so delayed. We're 13 minutes into the game. We don't see a Black Citadel yet. I think this has to be a wagon push then? Staying on tier 2, wagon push?
I don't know. He's getting Web against the Zeppelin. That is, of course, needed. But how will he deal with the Zeppelin other than that, or with the Ward Elementals, without destroyers, without anything? He knows that he can or needs to stay on tier 2 as the defense footmen are being sent to his base now with the express delivery. Probably even picking up a Zepper there? No, not yet. Maybe he's going to creep that with footmen only, or even by a Shredder. He could invest a lot of resources, but he doesn't necessarily need to do so.
He's going tier 3 faster than the Undead.
A very slow-paced game here from the Undead player. He's not in a rush to do anything, but I feel it could spiral out of control quite fast. Tier 3 started Paladin as the second hero is coming, and this could be the Blizzard thing that you mentioned, like the Blizzard defense against Fiends that got quite popular.
WFZ is still supply stuck, if I see this correctly. No Ziggurat in the build, so... Oh boy, this Militia interception...
the Fiends, man! The Fiends could be cornered!
Exactly, and the Death Knight as well. Surrounded the Fiend. Doesn't even need it. Coil too late again. And that's level 4. Oh boy, is this the crucial part, the key point in the game? Zeppelin coming in with more footmen.
He needs to whip him down and kill him. There you go.
He needs to
At least
surround
the
him.
threat of the Zeppelin is gone. And now he can pull the units from his main base to his forces, and he immediately does that. Come on, please don't lose another Fiend though. Oh, he cannot really deal with the defense footmen. The number of skeletons is not present on the battlefield, and the Fiends are not doing too much damage against the defense footmen. So the only thing that could help is like tools, maybe.
What resources does he have?
Oh man, he's even going aggressive with the Paladin Holy Light, and he's forcing a Town Pole here, or he's going to die.
What a reaction!
Oh man.
2 Holy Lights and so much impact on the game.
I don't want to kill the boss, but... Oh man. That game.
And now this expansion is so safe. Blacksmith up front, Lumbermill up front, protecting all the peasants here from Fiend shots. Leveling up the Archmage and Paladin even further. WFZ trying to be aggressive, but with what? His DK is so low, 250 only. Does have 2 statues. But only now 2/3 of tier 3 done, and he realizes, okay, I fucked up. Ziggurat only now in the build. TH has 1,000 gold, and his tier 3 is finished. Yeah, it's really hard. Mountain King 3rd, Sanctum and Double Workshop. Plus upgrades. This looks like tanks.
Yeah, this looks pretty much like tanks.
Upgrades produced already.
But tanks is a, like, don't get me wrong, tanks is a good tool to come back into a game, but if you are ahead, tanks get you even further ahead if you use your time right, because you can send tanks, he's forced to probably defend with half of his army, because he needs something to kill them, and in the meantime he's just creeping the map, getting his heroes to levels that you don't want to see. That is like really smart here from TH. He knows that his tournament life is on the line, and he knows that he can qualify for that occasion here of... Is it in December or November? When is
November or December, yeah, we're not too sure about it.
Oh, okay. So,
and here we see it.
GCS finals.
Yeah, this is Blizzard kicking in. And what can you do? He's zoning so much, he's creating so much space. This SimCity build order with the protection of Blacksmith, Lumbermill and Town Hall. What can you do against this? You can try to nuke, but there's a scroll of regeneration. He can go back further. There's a path there to the back. Heal up. There's a paladin the entire time. If he needs it, there must be a staff somewhere. This is so great.
Yeah, it's true. It's pretty good and it's well executed. But first of all, you need to get to the point where you have the perfect stand.
Yeah, of course.
And then, of course, then it's easier to say, like, what do you want to do against this? Because at this point, the only thing that you can do is, like, let go of that push idea. It's not going to happen. Rather try to set up an expansion, rather try to get maybe a Frostworm, try to create, like, somewhat of a death ball kind of strat, because that Blizzard is probably not going to help you much in fights.
That's absolutely correct. And the way TH had so far in the game was almost perfect, but the Paladin has to use the Divine Shield now, but with the Stormbolt, zoning even more.
Now the tanks are coming in soon enough, and then WFZ needs to go back to his main base to fend it off. I like he's adding a Sanctum as well, to get maybe a few breakers, or just the that invisible detection thing, as well as the scout option from the Arcane Tower. That's pretty good, as we see a Shade is coming soon.
Lich level 2.5, sentry wards for him. He sees the tank. Is there something in the base? Yeah, we have one meat wagon there already. But against 2 siege engines, not too sure.
Meat wagon is ready and waiting for that tanks to come. Triple hero joining the party with the blizzard. That will be good against the ghouls.
And against the meat wagon.
And against the meat wagon, of course, yes. So overall, blizzard is a great choice here. And it's great against repairing acolytes.
Oh, yeah. So 3 tanks.
Oh, nice surround, man, on the meat wagon.
So how much can the undead army do and how long can they keep it? Blizzard raining onto the haunted gold mine. We saw it die on Echo Elves already, and oh boy, this is so hard. There's a town portal, of course. He evacuates this. Oh, Pelly! Dead, though!
Takes the tanks back with him.
He has 1,700 gold. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a tavern rebuy.
Nah, that would be a waste. Staying below 50, gathering
oh, really?
more. Turns out to be a very good approach here.
Lich still not free. Keeps the meat wagon in the base. The haunted gold mine is still there. He's still mining with 5 acolytes, so at least he has that.
3 defense upgrades for his tanks and knights already.
So hard to kill. Third one is gonna take some time, but I know what you mean.
And he's already back at the main base of his opponent.
And he's close to the laboratory. Is it Zapper time again?
He doesn't have a town pole though. I don't know why you take unnecessary risks, but that is something that could be a game changer.
Zeppelin? No Zapper.
So you guys know.
Oh, tank drop. WFZ is not aware.
Come on, tank drop. That is just like, it's beautiful and disgusting at the same time. I can see people scream and also be like, "Oh man, that's so cool."
He's trying to get the 100 gold mine down. The meat wagon is already gone. The tower is gone as well.
Tries to get out, but the Lich is not paying attention. He could have killed the Archmage probably in time.
The priest. The tanks are still there. Once again, the undead supply stuck. He has to work with what he has on the battlefield already.
I like the repair speed. Looks pretty good.
Well, it's 6 acolytes.
Yeah. I could do this day and night.
Repair Nerubian towers? That's your dream job?
Just watch my opponent repair or try to repair Nerubian towers against my defense upgraded tank that stays there for 24/7.
Close to level 5 Archmage. With level 3 Blizzards, I think those acolytes can't deal with this anymore. Knights tanks again.
He's lacking a 3rd hero. Like WFZ is heavily lacking a 3rd hero, but that 3rd hero as well as I think he's going for that kind of like death ball kind of strat that I suggested earlier.
What would you think?
Oh, come on, Web! There you go. They're not going back. They're going to stay and die sooner or later.
What do you think about an Alchemist 3rd against tanks play?
Alchemist is not doing anything.
Acid bomb would be nice.
Doesn't work on tanks.
Ah, okay. Then of course. It's,
if it would work, then it would be solid.
So the repair game is up again. He's losing so much gold.
So the Blizzard preventing the repair from going down, losing 2 acolytes again, and now he's supply blocked, so he's not going to get them back. It was 6, now it's 4, so he's lacking 1.
He's playing this so smart. Every move has an intention. Of course, he's trying to get the gold mine in the long run, but on the way to that main goal, he has so many goals in between that he succeeds in, like killing ziggurats here and there, getting repair on, so the undead is losing resources, because if he's repairing, then of course he can't mine gold. 3,700 gold in his main base, 1,900. 1,800 gold advantage from mining.
I think Tarzan said that once. I'm not sure if I'm giving the right person the credits for that, but I think he said, if you are ahead, get further ahead. That was in StarCraft 2 as well, but he was also a pretty good Warcraft player. So yeah, this is what he's doing here. He's ahead and he's just pulling further and further ahead. The tanks in the main base again, as the fight breaks out, this is like creating another battlefield that you cannot efficiently deal with while you are fighting your opponent's army here. Frost armor is pretty damn good. You cannot steal it with breakers. Something that I never really understood. But you can, for example, you can steal it from creeps, but you cannot steal it from the Lich.
Okay. Level 4 the Lich. He's surrounded there. No... there's a coil, but no TP or anything. He keeps the round closed with his Mountain King. Yeah. And
there you go. Beautiful execution there. Wow. It wasn't much in the end, but it's not that fight that is winning him the game. It was the overall game. It was the early game. It was all the shenanigans in between. And this is just the outcome of what we have seen earlier in this game.
We are 19 minutes into the game and we see the Destroyer upgrade now. That tells you everything you need to know.
A Nightbreaker is a very viable choice against that ground army that he is running.
Yeah.
Especially with the upgrade that they're sharing. It's like 9 armor on the Breakers, 11 armor on the Knights. Like, the Orb of Corruption is not doing much anymore if you have so much armor.
Yeah, the upgrades on Breakers and Knights are crazy, but it's so expensive to go for the 3rd upgrade, so once again, this is a thing that TH...
if there ever was a suitable place for a Dreadlord, it's maybe in this game.
For Dreadlord?
Yeah, just so that people can laugh about that hero a little bit.
Okay, I thought you have like a good way to use him.
Absolutely not. At this point, it's just over. But I feel like the only kind of thing, the tiny bit that TH gave him was the one fight that he approached the main base and he had no Town Portal on the Archmage. That looked kind of risky, and I think if he kills the Archmage and kills like the Mountain King as well, that was also retreating from that fight, that could have been an opening. That could have been something that he could use. But at this point of the game, it's just... he's taking all the fruits from his hard work.
There's a Paladin with 500 mana. And he's trying to nuke him. Like, how is that supposed to have to work? With a greater healing.
Sometimes people don't click on their heroes and they lose their heroes just like that. I have like several references of that in the recent past. Especially from Chinese players.
Yep. Destroyer in the air after 21 minutes. Dark Ranger 3rd after 21 minutes. Close to level 5. Wow, this is a ballsy move. This is like not really disrespect because it wins him, or it will win him the game especially, but yeah, he taps out, he sees this, and TH is qualified for GCS Winter.
Damn, son, what a good game. Like, not actually game-wise, or from the micro things that we have seen. It's just not a game for the gallery. But overall, it's a pretty important game for TH to making it to that offline stage and also showing us what a strong player he is in all phases of the game.
Not only in this game, but also against Lawlight already. He had several solutions already to problems that his opponents was throwing at him. He knew it inside out, except live.
Except live, he was not falling for it. That is like really important to say. Live was really convincingly today. We've seen a couple of games of him, and he was just on point in every single game. TH, we saw a few weak spots here against Undead, against Night Elf, but in the end, he is just too strong. He's just too good of a player, well experienced, and I have never seen him struggle or being like anxious at some point or being pushed to the limit. Like, it just doesn't happen. He seems very calm.
Yeah, I think Life's achievement here is even bigger when you consider that he's just 20 years old and doesn't have the experience of a Fly, of a TH, of even a Lawlight Focus. Of course he's playing a lot, and of course he's playing more and more tournaments, so he's getting used to it, but that was really well done. So
that was good, yeah. That was an outstanding performance. I'm looking forward to see him like in the later stages and also tomorrow, because as you're going to say it, tomorrow is going to continue, and we have amazing games ahead.
We have top 4, 3 Chinese, 1 Korean. So once again, Korea not really successful, man. It was a slaughter of Koreans at GCS. No Korean player made it into the playoffs. And again, only 1 here qualifying. At least 1 qualifying, but at the bottom grid, it was impossible for a Chinese to qualify as there was none. Yeah, the top 4, Fly, Live, TH, Focus. Very, very promising games tomorrow. We start at 1 p.m. CEST, and we're gonna follow it up with Jera Cup. Remo is gonna be by my side tomorrow. And yeah, the 6th day in a row with Warcraft content. So back to Warcraft, pretty busy these days, and you support as well. Thank you very much, Antilope, for the sub. Max Fischer, €5. Neo, I love you. Let's meet, please. We can do that. And Bex donates €5 again. Yannis, I love you. Thank you so much. No love for yours. Wow. But I gotta say, it warmed my heart that you were by my side today. I thought, oh boy, 4 hours of casting alone with high action games, gonna be hard, but you were my rescue today, and I think it was a very, very good cast. I rarely say that, but that was once again on point.
You rarely have me on the stream, which makes perfect sense at this point. Just to put this to an end. But yeah, thank you for having me once again. It's always fun, and I'm glad if there are a few human players playing still, and we can have some insights. I think people in chat. I read a little bit of chat. It looked pretty good. I think people enjoyed it, and I see still a few guys that used to be subbed to my channel, and I haven't been online much, but they are still not subbed to this channel for whatever reason. I don't know. Like, guys, I thought I trained you well, but seems like I need to come back and teach you a few more lessons to finally make right choices in life.
That sounds very, very promising. If you have some time, please grace us with your presence to this. Yeah.
You can find me at twitch.tv/ENA, ENA1337.
And your Twitter account is...
Twitter account is @ENA13... No, just kidding. Twitter account is YAWS, and you can find me there as well. And thank you very much, guys, for having me. It was fun.
It indeed was. So, if I'm not mistaken, ACS is starting now? Or, let me check, calendar at backtowarcraft.com for all the tournaments that are coming up. Or is it at 7? It's at 7, right? Okay. So... At the moment, PG Cup is running. I don't know who's casting it, but you will find some streams. I will host somebody that you can see more Warcraft. And in 4 hours, America Championship Series casted by Dport. Watch it. The best of the Americas facing each other for more than $1,200 prize pool, I guess. And who's playing today? Is it Long Walk time already? I really want to see Long Walk.
Yeah, Long Walk is cool, right?
Oh yeah, Long Walk is playing in Group A against Phoenix, Ramrom, and Avantador.
Wow, like outstanding names as well. Murica and the NA region in Warcraft. It has always been very interesting. It has always been fun and
exactly. It's not like the super big names, but we have Kodos Forsaken in this tournament, so it is basically the biggest name that we have in the entire Warcraft.
If you just want to have some fun, I think it's the best opportunity to have to see some very interesting Warcraft.
Yeah, indeed. It's gonna be fun. If you are fed up with the normal meta game, these Americans will bring something new to the table, I'm pretty sure. And keep an eye out for Mist. I think he's pretty good from Brazil.
I know. Isn't he part of a very, very, very old gang?
He played WCG back then.
Yeah, I remember that name. It was like, who are the other Brazilians that played? What
Pato.
was the team?
Pato.
Yeah, what was the team again?
Oh, I forgot. Maybe it's on this Wikipedia page.
They had a really cool team name as well. Like it was Pato and all the other guys.
Yeah.
I forgot it.
And
but
this
Mist, I
guy,
remember him. He was pretty good.
He came back to play the Brazilian qualifier and he didn't drop a single map.
Yeah.
Crushed every single opponent, so looking forward to that. It was a great support here today. Thank you very much for it. If you want to sub, this is your time as it's September. You get replay packs, no advertisements on this channel, nice emotes, a sub badge, and our eternal love, of course. So feel free to do that. All the information that you need are below the stream. Reddit, Liquipedia, ways to support us, basically everything you need. But there's one more thing to do for us. And that is the beautiful Goodbye routine. Oh, that was so in sync, man.
Wow.
We're just
like I was waiting for it. It just clicks, you know.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yes, thank you very much. Have a great day.
Same.
Guys, see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.